Have you ever stopped to think about how a tiny change in one part of the economy can create a huge ripple effect somewhere else? Well, today we're going to unpack that whole idea using a really simple story about two things we all love, pizza and falafel. And it all starts with just a single shekel. Let's get into it. Now, before we jump in, I just want to mention that this entire breakdown, all these ideas, they're based on an academic lecture by Michael Raviv from Jerusalem. So full credit to him for laying the groundwork here. So here's the big puzzle we're going to solve today. How in the world can a tiny 1 shekel tax on pizza actually make the falafel you buy more expensive? I mean, they seem like two totally different things, right? But as you're about to see, they are way more connected than you think. Okay, so to understand how things get shaken up, we first have to see what they look like when everything's calm. Let's start by picturing a world in perfect economic balance. So let's imagine our two little markets. You can see them on the screen. Pizza on one side, falafel on the other. Right now, both are sitting pretty at what's called point A. And point A is the equilibrium. It's that sweet spot where the number of people wanting to sell something perfectly matches the number of people wanting to buy it. The price is stable, everyone's happy. It's a nice, balanced world. All right, into this happy, balanced world, we're about to introduce a little bit of chaos, a tiny change that's going to kick off a whole chain reaction. The government steps in and decides to put a very small tax, just 1 single shekel, on every pizza that gets sold. Now, it doesn't sound like a big deal, but you're about to see how this one little shekel is going to turn the pizza market upside down. So, how does this actually play out? Well, first, that 1 shekel tax adds to the cost for every pizza maker. It's just more expensive to be in business now. To make up for that, the entire supply curve shifts up, and that forces the whole market to find a new, less happy, and definitely more expensive balancing point. And this brings us to our new reality, point B. But here's where it gets really fascinating. We don't just have one price for pizza anymore. All of a sudden, we have two. So check this out. The price you pay as the customer goes up. But, and this is the important part, it doesn't go up by the full shekel. Meanwhile, the price the pizza shop owner actually gets to put in their pocket after they pay the tax has gone down. The government's tax gets wedged right in the middle, and both the buyer and the seller end up feeling the pain. So let's just do a quick recap of the damage to the pizza world. Fewer pizzas are being sold, period. Customers are paying more for each slice. The producers are taking home less cash. The whole market just got smaller. It's a lose-lose for pretty much everyone who loves pizza. But wait, the story doesn't end there. Not even close. That 1 shekel tax is about to tip over the first domino in a totally different market. Okay, so we've got the picture. Pizza is more expensive now, so people are buying less of it. But those people, they're still hungry, right? They still need to eat lunch. So what are they going to do? Exactly. They switch to the next best thing. In our little story, that's falafel. It's a classic economic principle. When one thing gets too pricey, we all start looking around for a cheaper, similar option. It's just human nature. And what does that look like on our graph for falafel? Well, all those people who decided against pizza are now lining up for falafel. That's a huge surge in demand, which pushes the entire demand curve over to the right. This creates a brand new equilibrium with a higher price and more falafel being sold. And there you have it, the answer to our puzzle. That little 1 shekel tax on pizza directly caused the price of falafel to go up and the number of falafels sold to go up too. A decision aimed at one market completely changed the game for another. Okay, now that we've seen how a tax can mess things up, let's flip the script completely and look at its polar opposite. This will really lock in the idea for us. Let's talk about a subsidy. So what the heck is a subsidy? Simple. It's when the government gives money to producers. Instead of taking money away like a tax, it's adding money in. The easiest way to think about it is, it's a negative tax. It's designed to make things cheaper to produce and encourage more of it. I mean, just look at this side-by-side comparison. It makes it so clear. A tax makes things more expensive, shifts supply up, and hurts everybody. A subsidy does the exact opposite. Makes it cheaper, shifts supply down, and helps everybody. It's a perfect mirror image. And on the graph, it's exactly what you'd expect. Remember how the tax shoved the supply curve up? Well, the subsidy pulls it right back down. Because it's now cheaper for producers to make their product, the market finds a new, happier equilibrium for everyone. And the results? They're fantastic. More stuff gets sold. The price for you, the customer, actually goes down. And the total amount of money the producer gets, your payment, plus the government's cash, goes up. It's a win-win, and the whole market gets bigger. So we've gone on this little journey through pizza shops and falafel stands. We've seen taxes and subsidies. So what's the one big idea you should take away from all this? It really just boils down to this one simple, powerful idea from the lecture itself. With a tax, both sides, the buyer and the seller, get hurt. But with a subsidy, both sides end up better off. And why does any of this matter to you? Because these aren't just lines on a whiteboard. These are the invisible forces that are at play every single day, shaping the price of your morning coffee, the cost of filling up your car, and pretty much every single purchasing decision you make. So, I'll leave you with a question to think about. The next time you're at the store and you choose one brand over another, just take a second. Ask yourself, is there a hidden tax making one of these more expensive, or maybe a hidden subsidy making the other one a little cheaper? Once you start looking, you'll see these forces everywhere.